to start with, it started 6 weeks previously where we've started a Florentine sort of nutrition program with our agronomists. So we had a 6 week lead up period where we've applied predominantly liquids, obviously generally fortnightly, and then as we get closer to the event we went into weekly spraying. Obviously that was to be really carb load up the plant, make it slow down in relation to the respiration of the plant to give it its best possible chance. Obviously the pitch was fully covered for the event, so that was the biggest thing that we could really do to kind of manipulate and prepare the plant for what was going to happen. We had a game on the 9th of August against Castleford Tigers. We had about a 3 hour window after that game to do anything extra we needed before we lost the pitch, and that's when it was fully covered from that point of view in relation to that sort of preparing it going into that sort of we lose the pitch, which is obviously every groundsman's sort of worst nightmare, really.
Yeah, like just trying to give the plant the best chance of survival. Obviously, putting the seed in just before the game was almost like a bit of a trial, see how that would cope. But yeah, it was just essentially prepare it for a lot of stress over 12 days. I think once they really took over, we was there when they needed us. We sort of listened to them and just did what they needed from us. But up to the Castleford game, they were here the week before, but we still had the final say on a lot of stuff, as in pitch wise. We was like, can't do this, can't do that. But then once the Castleford game was done, it was, we're here for you now. Pitch is covered. Our department was just ready to do what was needed.
Yeah, so yeah, the venue is then fully hired out. So then, obviously, contract talks will obviously go between the two clubs. What can and can't happen, but generally, the obviously the promoters or the concert people will have the full hire of the full stadium, car parks, hospitality rooms, pitches, and stuff like that. Yeah, I think again, I think our previous CEO Mike Smith, he's still involved with the club, and one of his main roles is obviously to get concerts in. So obviously a big part of that is obviously with Mike Smith. Uh, Again, I think it was just a pot of luck that we got pulled out of the draw for the venue for Coldplay. Again, I can't be 100% confident on saying that, but again, I think our CEO has said that on telly, on the local BBC news program. So that is generally how we have got obviously Coldplay. I think obviously Chris Martin and the Coldplay production wanted to come up north, uh, and kind of spread the love in the estate. Greatfield is a little bit, it needs bringing back up, and I think that's, well, this last 3 weeks that's definitely happened massively.
Yeah. Help sort of from our agronomic rep. He's been really good with sort of advising us what we need and what would probably be best, trying to bring it back. But I think it's just trying to not stress the pitch out any more than it was. It was just trying to get some chemicals on, get some seed in there to try and come through, and just letting it breathe. And with the turnaround we've got, 7 days, it's not a lot of time to really do a great deal. It's just trying to bring it back to life, really, trying to get some colour in it and try and get it playable.
Yeah, I think as soon as the pitch lifted up, we could see where the towers was and where that compaction and the respirity of the plant has had a major impact, because it's literally just been suffocated. Them bits we knew was always going to take a little bit of time, but as soon as we lifted it up and it was yellow, I thought, oh, it's not going to be as bad as we expected. Because obviously with it being yellow, it's still a little bit live. It's stressed and we can get it around, and obviously today it's a lot greener than what it was a few days ago. So that was key. But honestly, I think the biggest thing was luck. We've had a bit of luck with the weather. Again, it could have hammered it down. It could have absolutely flooded. We've had a little bit of rain. We've had sunshine like it is today, and that's been massive for us. So we have rode our luck a little bit. Going into the game on Friday, obviously today it's Wednesday. If the weather's good, we'll have half a chance for it to be playable. We've obviously lost a little bit of density, so that's our biggest concern going into the game, is making sure we've got obviously the moisture within the soil and the construction's right.
Yeah, definitely. I think one of the big things that we've taken from this is how good the Coldplay sort of crew have been, as in saying how good this stadium is to host, because we've got so much open space. We've got no stand at the south, so they've got as much room really as possible to build. Whereas a lot of your football grounds, they're not that accessible, as in for getting a stage in, you lose seating. Like we've got access points at sort of 3 or 4 locations where they can come in, where a lot of grounds and your big stadiums, there isn't a great deal of access to get your big wagons in and stuff. But no, I think the club as a whole has really enjoyed hosting it, because everyone's got to see Coldplay, which, as much as people might not be fans, the production of the event was unbelievable. As in, like, we were stood there like, wow, this is something else compared to probably what they've ever had here before. So now I think, speaking on behalf of the club, personally, I think it's been a massive success, and they've really, really enjoyed it, and they'll look in the future at trying to do something like that again.
Yeah, I think it's important to add on that as well. Again, the production team, which was SGM, they've been fantastic for us. Obviously, we've had any concerns, they've tried addressing it, which has been really good. So that's really good. And obviously, I've done a few concerts here now. It's important, obviously, financially for the club, local economy, which is really important. But obviously, again, something a little bit controversial, which we spoke about earlier. I've been able to adapt from having a perfect pitch to having a good playable pitch, to be able to, obviously for myself, have good anxiety levels. Obviously communicating with first team staff and the club that obviously if we do hold them, obviously there's going to be an impact to the pitch, and everybody's been fantastic on that point of view, where yes, we might not be perfect, but obviously we can get to perfect in time. So obviously it's just adapting kind of everybody's expectation of the pitch on that. But without a doubt, it's massive for the city to bring someone like Coldplay, and hopefully some bigger artists to come in the future. No, you don't want it. Keep it here. That's no, but no, definitely. Again, obviously, rugby league is not the most financial sort of industry of sport when you look at football, so it definitely helps bring in more additional funding for the club. Definitely the local economy's been massive, and not just economy wise. You look at like the social aspect of the upbringing of well-being as well that Coldplay's brought. It's been fantastic. I'd definitely recommend it. I don't know what you think.
Oh no, 100%. Because obviously it was my first one. I didn't know what to expect completely. I knew it was going to be bigger than probably what this club's ever seen before. But beforehand, I was thinking I'm just going to be stressed for 2 weeks thinking about my pitch. But
that's a groundsman. That
yeah,
anyway. That's been a
but
groundsman.
once the pitch was gone, it was just a bit like your focus switched and you was just in concert mode, and it was brilliant. Honestly, I can't say enough good things about them.
Yeah, no, it's obviously it's heartbreaking because to be honest with you, before Castleford, the density was unbelievable. So obviously, kind of looking at it when you've lost density and how it's gone, it's a little bit heart destroying. But for the feel good it's done and the financial sense that it's done for the club, we understand and we're fully on board with what the club have done. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they were like the coaching staff, people in the north stand, west stand, everyone in the club knew what to expect. They knew we're not miracle workers. We can't get the grass to grow while it's covered. Everyone just said, good luck when it comes back, basically. Everyone said, both know what we're doing, and it is what it is.
Yeah, it's like one of the physios has just come up. He saw the photos and what the pitch looked like straight after uncovering, and to see it now, he said it's completely different. And like you say, our head coach Willie Peters is fully supporters of us. He said in his pre-match conference, you know what? He's seen the pictures, he's seen the transformation. Yes, it's not going to be perfect for the St Helens game. It might be better for FC the week after, but it's going to take time. So they're fully aware and they're fully backers and understand that obviously we aren't miracle workers and it's going to take some time. So that's been it takes a lot of pressure off us.
Yeah.
But obviously we want to get it back as quickly as we possibly can.